You open your eyes, but there's a problem. You're a time traveler. And no, it's nothing glamorous like in the movies. You don't have a stylish DeLorean. You have a curse that throws you randomly through time, always at the worst possible moment. And today promises to be another glorious day of existential despair. Oh, and before I forget, you've royally screwed up the timeline. In those first weeks after this gift appeared, you touched things, saved people, tried to be a hero. You prevented an assassination in ancient Rome and caused a civil war. You saved a scientist in the 19th century, and he invented a weapon that brought World War I forward by 10 years. Today, you have a golden rule. Don't touch anything. Don't talk to anyone. The problem? Home is 2025, and you've been stuck in this loop for 3 years. You wake up in a straw bed that has more fleas than an abandoned kennel. The smell of mold hits you first. Rough wood, tiny window, chickens outside. Shit, the Middle Ages again. You've been here about 7 times already. Your clothes are a bizarre mix. Destroyed 21st century jeans and a stinking medieval tunic. You look like a cosplayer who gave up on life. You go down the creaking stairs and find bread with the consistency of concrete. You bite into it anyway. You've been too hungry jumping between eras to be picky. It's when you're chewing this medieval culinary delight that the sensation comes to the back of your neck, like someone's pulling your skeleton through a straw. The world distorts, colors stretch, sounds become muffled, violent pull in your stomach, and immense heat, sand. Lots of noise. You're in the middle of a Roman Colosseum full of screaming people, and there's a huge gladiator with a trident running toward you thinking you're his opponent. If I were you, I would have chosen a better moment to materialize, but choice isn't something you have. You run. Your destroyed Adidas sneakers kicking up sand. The gladiator yells in Latin. The crowd boos. You're ruining their show. Great. Another contribution of yours to history. You run in circles. The Roman sun frying your skin. You can feel another jump coming. You just need to last a few more seconds. The gladiator throws the net. You duck and jump. You face plant into a pile of cow shit. The smell is indescribable. You get up and see. American colonial farm. Probably 18th century. Cows look at you with that expression of judgment. You're literally covered in historical manure. I find it hilarious how you always land in the most dignified places possible. You drag yourself to a nearby forest and find a puddle of water you haven't bathed in. You don't even know anymore. You take off your filthy tunic and dive in. The cold water is wonderful. You scrub off layers of dirt from multiple eras. Roman sand, medieval mud, colonial manure. A walking museum of filth. It's when you're enjoying this rare moment of peace that you feel the pull. No, you're naked. Extreme cold, cutting wind. You're on a snow-covered mountain, still naked. Of course, your skin violently breaks out in goosebumps, teeth chattering. Could be the Himalayas, the Alps, you don't know because you're freezing to death. You jump, trying to warm up, looking like an idiot doing aerobics, naked in a blizzard. As if hearing your desperate prayers, the pull comes, suffocating jungle heat. You fall into dense vegetation, branches scratching your skin. And thank the gods, there's a backpack leaning against a tree. Explorer, scientist, you don't care. You need clothes. You rummage and find a shirt, cargo pants, boots. Everything's too big, but you put it all on in seconds. There's also a granola bar. You devour it in 3 bites. It's perfect. You sit against a tree, finally clothed, finally not freezing. For a moment, you close your eyes and imagine being home. Your small apartment, your flea-free bed, your microwave. Simple things you never imagined you'd miss so much. You opened your eyes one morning and could time travel. No warning, no explanation. The first weeks were chaos. You tried to be a hero. You discovered that history is a house of cards and you're a clumsy elephant. You learned to be inert, a stone in the river of time. The pull comes again. Already, the jumps are getting more frequent. You open your eyes in a modern city. Tall buildings, cars, people in contemporary clothes. Your heart races. No, it can't be. You run to a newsstand. The headline says, December 2025. You're back. You're back. After 3 years lost, you finally... Wait, President Benedito announces new policy. President Benedito, you read more. The cars are different. The buildings have strange architecture. Ads for products that never existed. A statue of a hero of the peaceful revolution you don't recognize. You didn't return to 2025. You returned to 2025. A different timeline. One that you accidentally created when you were screwing everything up back there. This isn't your world. You sit right there on the sidewalk. 3 years. 3 years waiting. And you're still lost. You feel something break inside you. I have to interrupt to observe the irony. You have all the time in in the universe but can't get back to the only moment that matters. It's like having all the keys in the world except the one to your own house. The pull comes while you're at rock bottom. Of course, the universe doesn't care about existential crises. Total darkness. You feel cold stone walls, Egyptian tomb. You see distant light and walk toward it. An illuminated chamber with hieroglyphics. There are archaeologists who scream startled when they see you. You back up and run through the dark corridors until jump, beach, white sand, blue sea. For a second, you relax. Then you see the Viking ships. Oh shit, not again. They come towards you shouting in Old Norse. You run parallel to the beach until you jump behind rocks, praying for the next jump. It comes. Silent library of a medieval monastery. Latin manuscripts. Smell of old books. You sigh with relief. This is safe. You sit and watch the sun rise through the window. It's beautiful. Even lost, you appreciate a sunrise. You close your eyes just for a moment. You're so tired. When you open them, the sun is high. You slept without jumping. This is unprecedented. There's fresh bread and cheese on a tray. A monk left it. You eat slowly, savoring. These are simple things, but you're too grateful. You spend hours there, hours without jumping. It's relaxing, almost normal, but you know it won't last. It never lasts, and it doesn't last. The pull comes in the middle of the afternoon. The day continues. More jumps. Sahara Desert, where you almost die of thirst. Ocean, where you almost drown. 80s Mall, where you steal a Coke. World War I trench that you abandoned before the bombardment. Each jump leaves you more exhausted, more confused. You're starting to forget. Your apartment? What was it like? Blue? Green? Did you have a cat? Your job? What was it? You don't remember. You're losing yourself in time. Pieces of your identity left behind with each jump. More jumps blur together. Pirate ship, 70s nightclub, prehistoric cave, 19th century train. What century is this? What place? Does it matter? You're just an electron jumping between. You fall onto a bed. Soft, clean sheets. The room is cozy. Your clothes are clean. There's water on the nightstand. You drink it all. You go to the window. Quiet street, houses with gardens. Everything peaceful. Normal. The cars look modern. You go downstairs. Comfortable living room, smell of fresh coffee. There's a newspaper on the table. You grab it with trembling hands. December 2025. The same president from when you left. The same headlines. Everything the same. Did you make it? For real this time? You run out. The street is exactly as you remember. Corner bakery, bus stop, everything in place. You run to your building. Your building. Apartment 304, you go in, and everything's there. Your couch, your TV, your dead plants, your photos, your life. You throw yourself on the couch hugging a pillow. It's over. You're back. You take a real hot shower. You stay half an hour letting the water wash away 3 years. You put on your clothes. You make bad coffee from your old coffee maker. Burnt toast. It's perfect. The day passes slowly, deliciously slowly. You don't jump even once. You stay, consistently, wonderfully, in the same place. You watch TV, read a book, order pizza, because you went 3 years without pizza. When night falls, you lie down in your bed. You close your eyes, exhausted, but happy. You can finally really sleep. And I end your day watching you, finally at peace, ignorant of the truth you'll discover tomorrow when the newspaper arrives. This isn't your original timeline. You're in some 2025. Those small details you didn't notice will slowly reveal that you didn't come home. You found a home, similar enough that you can pretend, and maybe this is the closest to home you'll ever get. But for now you don't know. For now you sleep deeply, dreaming you're home, and tomorrow it all starts again.